oppressors made the Bible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you right there, ma'am. So white oppressors certainly use the Bible to oppress people, but the Bible has also been used to liberate people, and they certainly did not create the Bible to oppress people. The Bible was created mainly by Jewish people in between the times of 1400 BC and 100 AD, or given a rough outline. And in this Bible, you have statements like turn the other cheek, pray for those who persecute you, and blessed are the peacemakers. Definitely does not sound like a text that wants to oppress anyone. The biblical authors do not steal the teachings of black ancestors, flip it, and then use it for their own agenda. You would have to provide evidence for that. And frankly, I don't think that there is any. And even if you were able to provide evidence of such, we see the Jewish authors of the text be familiar with stories outside of their culture and either agree with it or disagree with it. And you see in the creation account of Genesis, for example, how it agrees at times, but usually disagrees with the Enuma Elish and various other religious texts during the time frames of the biblical authors. You also say when you're speaking in tongues, you can actually touch and heal people. Just wonder why you can do that. You have had that power all along. That most certainly is not true, and that is not the teaching of the biblical text. We need to rely on the power of the Holy Spirit in order to do the kinds of things that we do see in the New Testament: miracles, healings, speaking in tongues, various other things. You also say, and they tricked you into not taking accountability for anything because if something good happens, it's God. And if something bad happens, it's the devil. When in fact, the whole time you cause that goodness and that badness. You are that powerful. Here I would have to say again that the biblical text actually disagrees with you and what you believe, because in the biblical text, what we have is God being able to cause good and bad things. We have Satan being able to cause bad things, and then God used those bad things for his own good. And then what we have is humans committing evils of their own free will. We see all three in the biblical text. So immediately blaming one or the other, I don't think is necessarily accurate. So yes, ultimately, it actually makes a lot of sense to have black Christians in the year 2022. And as I mentioned in my last video, it is by the grace of God, it is by the salvific power of the Holy Spirit that we will always continue to have black Christians. Please check out some of the sources that I mentioned in that last video, and please find good scholarly sources on the history of the church, and I think it would really help you. I hope you see this, and I hope it helps. God bless.